America often celebrates the glory in our fight for independence, but the fight for freedom from outside control continued even after we had declared our freedom. Independence still had to be fought for by people of color, the disabled community, the LGBTQ community, and women. In fact, the first large organized march on Washington was held here in front of the Capitol by women in order to protest their exclusion from the political organization of society. In 1913, a march spearheaded by Alice Paul and the National American Woman Suffrage Association was held, capturing the nation's eye and stealing attention towards the inequality women faced.
It was the day before Woodrow Wilson's inauguration. It was an amazing procession. It started right over here in front of the Capitol at the Peace Memorial. What is the headline of every newspaper the very next day? It's not about Wilson, taking the oath of office. It's about the women.
This was one of the first major national events for women's suffrage that led to the eventual ratification of the 19th Amendment. This would get women one more step towards their own independence by giving them the right to vote. Yet this progress still hadn't given women complete independence. Women now began the fight for total equal rights.
I remember the days where women were not managers. I was denied taking certain classes in high school because girls take this, boys take that. Oh my gosh, I can remember the days way back in the early 70s where we wish we would have had women's marches like this.
Women like Alice Paul proposed the Equal Rights Amendment in 1923, and female-led groups have been fighting for their independence ever since. Through more activism, movements, and marches, women have been paving the way to complete equality. Women's marches are still being held in Washington, D.C. on Capitol Hill today.
For the first Women's March in 2017, but it was fun. There was a lot of camaraderie, a lot of hugging, a lot of good times. So we've been here every year since.
These empowering acts have enabled the necessary steps for women to gain their true independence. With the finalizing vote from Virginia, the Equal Rights Amendment was finally ratified on the 15th of January this year. America's Declaration of Independence has been a long-told tale in our history, but many strong women continue the struggle for independence long after that historic day, and have inspired women to lead in our society now. For Hempfield Happenings,